morning, everyone. Rise and shine. I'm Kavita Sidhu, and welcome to another episode of Sunrise to Health. I'm so happy to see that many of us out there are making the effort to live a healthier and more positive life. You know, the French have a saying, and it goes, joie de vivre, which means the joys of life, right? And I think that all of us should embrace that, even though we suffer from certain ailments. That shouldn't stop us. So for today's exercise, Nini is going to target the knee and wrist joints to help alleviate arthritis for some of us. So that should be really interesting to watch. And later, we're going to be showing you a breakfast recipe that is so delicious and so easy to follow. My coffee chat for today is Choi Boon Ling, and it's going to be very interesting because she's going to be discussing about compassionate communication. How interesting is that? I'm really excited. So don't go away. Enjoy the show. Over to you, Nini.
Thank you, Kavita. Good morning, everyone. I'm Nini. Today, we are going to be doing some wrist, knees exercises that will help us alleviate the symptoms of arthritis and also to preserve the level of health and happiness of our wrists, knees, and other joints in the body. Firstly, we are going to start by extending our legs forward but keeping the knees bent. Getting our arms at about 90 degrees from our shoulder level. The thing about humans, we always only use our hands and our fingers, but today we are going to also work on using the same exercise for our feet and our toes. Let's make a fist with our thumbs sticking out, taking an inhale. Now on the exhalation, let's imitate what our hands are doing by doing the same on the feet and raise only the big toes off the floor. Staying here and holding this for a couple of breaths. Very good. Lower the toes down, relax the thumbs down, and this time around, we are going to stick all of our 8 fingers up, and let's do the same with our toes as well. Only with the big toes left down on the floor, raise all of the other toes off, spreading all the other toes and all of our fingers, giving a breathing space and an even gap in between each and every one of them. And release. And lastly, just to warm up, we are going to bring our heels together and we are going to open our feet widest we can and resting only the outer edges of our feet and the little toes down on the ground and imitating the same with our hands, leveling our wrist with our shoulders. Imagine as if you're balancing 2 bricks on our palms. Shoulders relaxed, face kept soft, just for a couple of breaths, keeping all toes and all of our fingers and palms activated and engaged. Let's breathe, inhale and exhale only through the nose. And relax. The next exercise is going to be done on all fours. And this not only provides immense relief for our wrist, this also provides correct alignment for our shoulders and our spine. On all fours, we are going to lengthen our spine by looking up on the inhale. Without leaning our body to the back, we are going to thread our right hand under the left until our right shoulder and our face rests on the floor. While we are here, we are going to make a really tight fist with our right hand and exhale, spread the fingers wide. Inhale, make really tight fist with the hands and exhale, spread the fingers wide again, keeping the face light and relaxed. One last time, inhale and exhale. Let's switch side. Going on all fours one more time, lengthening our spine before we start threading the needle. And exhale as if our left hand serves like a needle and we are going to thread it under. And we're going to stay here for another 5 breaths. By every inhale, we're going to make fists with the hand. And on the exhalation, spread the fingers wide. 2 more times. And exhale. One last time, spread the fingers, making really tight fists. And exhale. And very slowly from there, come back on all fours and let's continue with the next exercise by resting on our side and on our right forearm. Since this exercise is to protect the wrist and actually to strengthen our legs, let's rest our left foot just under our left knee. Left hand stretched up and we're going to lengthen it along our neck, taking an inhale. On the exhalation, we are going to raise the bum up so that the thighs, spine, neck and upper arm making a straight line. When the hand is floating up in the air, let's make organic circles around the wrist. And then don't forget to switch side to restore and improve the circulation around our wrist and fingers. Don't forget to use the foot that stays on the floor to actually keep everything engaged so the knee is not taking more work. After about 5 breaths, let's lower down and simply switch side. One more time, resting now on our left forearm with our body being extended to the side. Right foot and the knee, they are stacked above each other. Take another inhale, keep the face resting. And exhale, raising our lower leg and the body up with the right hand now floating, and we're going to extend it above our ear and circling the hands again. The idea of rejuvenating our wrist and knees is to actually build another layer of more dense muscle to the group of area that supports the joints that we would like to protect and heal. And at the 5th breath, lower ourselves down. For our final exercise today, we are going to take a runner's lunge by stretching our left leg far to the back. Since this exercise is meant to protect our knee, let's place our hands not directly on the knee, but on the thigh to keep our spine upright. Relaxing our face and our shoulders, taking an inhale first. On the exhalation, we are going to lower and bend our left leg just 1 inch before the knee touches the floor and staying here for a couple of breaths. Channeling and expelling all of our discomfort out of the breath through the nose. At the final breath, straighten the leg again and drop the heel down, returning all the discomfort back to the ground. And for our final side, straighten the leg, and from there let's switch side. So we are taking now a warrior lunge and the runner stretch on our left leg. Same thing, hands on the thigh, not on the knee. Keeping our face soft and light. Inhale. And with full control, exhale, lowering our right knee just 1 inch before it touches the ground. Drop the back heel down, straighten the front leg, and that's it for today. Thank you for participating, and let's take all of the exercises that we have done earlier as a form of detox from all the work we've done and the time we spent on our smartphones and electronic devices. Have a wonderful day today.
Boon Ling, thank you so much for coming to chat with me this morning. And today we're going to be talking about compassionate communication. So that's a way of communicating from the heart, right?
Yes, that's true.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about compassionate communication.
Compassionate communication starts with an intent. Most of the time, when we are communicating, we just talk and communicate. We're not really conscious about our intent. So compassionate communication is about being clear of your intent is to connect with the person in a compassionate way so that we can let the other person know that we are here to be empathic and to know where they are.
Okay, so you are suggesting, because it's the first time I've actually heard of compassionate communication. I'm sure we all practice that to some level.
Yes.
I know I try and do that when I communicate with someone. You kind of really want to know what they're feeling and what their thoughts are.
Yes.
So it's more about listening to what they have to say rather than just talking,
Correct,
right?
correct.
So is this a tool that we can use in our everyday life?
Definitely. I would say that most of the time, if we are not conscious, how a communication would be something like this. So say you are here and you walked in later than 10 minutes, then where's about? And if straight away I just say, why are you late?
Yes.
And you could say, oh, I'm so sorry, and we sit down and we can forget about that. And that would be like where we just have a normal communication. But if you came in and said, oh, Boon Ling, it looks like you're really frustrated because you have to wait 10 minutes for me. And I guess it's really important for you that there is respect for your time. I'm so sorry. So that's a different quality of communication.
Right. And so that is something that you encourage people to do.
Yes, it's more compassionate in that way.
Okay, and so when we start communicating in a more compassionate way, do you feel that brings us more good things in our life, like in terms of we can use that in our business communication, the way we deal with people?
True, it can actually bring a certain type of harmony and quality and compassion into every aspect of our life.
Right. So has that helped the people that you work with at your center?
Yes, definitely. Because the process is really simple.
Right. Which is?
Actually, it's just like a 4-step process.
Okay.
But it's not so much the 4-step process only. Let me just reiterate. It's about your willingness to connect with another person. That's the first thing. So, of course, then comes with remembering the process, which is observation.
Okay.
What do you observe? And we are talking about clear observation without evaluating the person.
Okay.
All right. Then feelings. What am I feeling right now? Or what is she feeling right now? Needs. What needs of mine that are important right now? Or what needs of hers that are important right now? And then the last one is request. We can make a request of that person.
In what sense? Like a request?
Now, let me just maybe give you an example.
Okay.
Like your spouse walks in and he looks really tired. You can see that, oh dear, I see that you look really tired.
So that's an observation.
Yeah, because I could see your hair is all disheveled and your face is really looking sad and so on. So the feeling is like, I guess you're feeling a little bit sad and frustrated. That's the feeling. And I'm wondering, you wanting some rest and some companionship, So would you like to have a cup of coffee?
Okay.
Or would you like to just sit down here with me and talk about it?
So that's the request?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it can be for the other person.
Okay.
There's actually a quality of empathy there.
Right, right. So it's really about making people feel good about themselves. It's about understanding each other and having a lot of empathy, as you said.
It's actually to let people know or acknowledge where people are.
Okay.
And that's really important because most of the time we are so busy with our lives and we tell people that, oh, I'm having a headache and all that. Because like, oh yeah, go get a Panadol.
Right.
It's constantly fixing it. But when somebody acknowledges that, oh, you look really tired and you're in pain, is there anything I can do to help you? So it shifts the quality of the relationship And that person knows that, I know that she sees me and she hears me.
So, Bunling, can you tell us in what other ways can we use compassionate communication and to take it to the next level, maybe?
That's a very good question. It's like if you use compassionate communication in a work setting, like in a corporate setting, and if I am a manager and my subordinate did well, most of the time I can say, oh, good job. And they said, okay, go back and do your work. That sounds really like, just run on the mill. But if I were to be able to put this process in and say, oh, I guess when you manage to finish the project on time, I guess you must be feeling very proud and happy too, because you actually met all the timelines and also you have met your objectives. Congratulations. So I'm wondering, would you like to bring the team out for a meal together with me?
I see.
So it's a whole process and it shows the person, it enhances the appreciation for that person.
Right. And even like you were saying in maybe a situation where someone is being congratulated, or maybe if you want to show regret, maybe you can give us some examples of that?
Regret, because we don't do things right all the time. And we have sometimes fall short of what we would have liked to be. And maybe I have spoken harshly to you. They say you have walked by and says, good morning. And I say, yeah, and I walked off. After a while, I said, oh, wow, she said good morning to me and I've been really rude. Yeah. So I could come back to you and say, just now when you said good morning to me, I just brushed it off. I feel really regretful about that. And that's not who I want to be. I'm really sorry about that. I'll be more mindful next time. So it's a different way of just saying that, oh, I'm sorry about just now.
Yes. Some people always feel that if they were to, apologize, they feel that they're almost losing a bit of their power in a way.
Oh, in fact, it enhances our power because it shows that we are willing to be vulnerable and to sort of own up to the fact that when we are not as well as we would like to be with another person. And it shows how much integrity we have with ourselves, and it shows how much I respect you enough for me to come ahead and come back and apologize to you in a way that expresses where I was. So
Fantastic.
I'm not
I
taking you
agree.
lightly, actually.
Yeah, so it actually shows your own
Yes.
inner strength and power.
Correct.
As a person, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Bunling. It's been very, very interesting.
Thank you.
Shall we have some coffee?
Yes.
We can chat further. Well, that's all that we have for today. Let's just enjoy our lives. And remember, healthy body, healthy mind. Bye.